So I wanted to do like a vlog every day in December, and of course I technically missed December, the 1st of December in Japan, but it is still the 1st in the US. So if I can record this and get it up, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stagger it like one day. Late for me, but still December 1st. It's 2 weeks until Christmas break as of yesterday, and this school year has been like the most freeing and blessed time. I've really struggled in a lot of different ways. Ask my students, they'll probably tell you that. But I think that's normal when you're going into a new school to kind of try to figure out the culture, the way that things are done, because you're new. And I had never felt that because my first teaching job was at the high school I actually went to. And then my second teaching job got like, I don't know. My second teaching job was leading right up to COVID, so it was its own thing. So I have never had to experience a new school and a new school culture, basically. This is my second time. I've only done it once before, but that was different too because everybody there spoke Cantonese and I did not, whereas here everybody speaks English. So I just kind of wanted to use this next month of vlogging to kind of reflect on what it's like to teach and my life in Japan. I don't like to say too much about the school just because, privacy's sake for my students and my job and myself, but I love it here. It's kind of amazing. And I'm also like really mourning the things that are happening in the US. I try not to look at the news too much because, dealing with US news and Japanese news is a lot, There's a lot of mental health struggles in Japan and people doing stuff that is really quite violent. And then you have the same in the US, except people have access to guns and it becomes extremely violent. Not just quite violent, it's still violence, but it causes a lot more harm and a lot quicker. So it's like really hard to hear those news, especially at schools. Because I haven't had to really think about that since coming to Japan. As a school teacher in the US, I thought about it every day. And here in Japan, I don't think about it. Yesterday was fine. We had meetings. On Wednesdays, we have meetings. And my students always ask me like, what are the meetings about? And I don't ever quite know how to explain teacher meetings, except they just happen. Somebody plans them, either you or somebody else, usually like the head of school or the principal or the department head plans a meeting and about a topic that is important during the time that we're in, things that need to be revised, and then you kind of go from there. Sometimes it's just like a reflection. I actually find that all the meetings that I've had at this school are actually quite good. And that says a lot because if you ask any teacher, you'll find out pretty quickly that meetings can be quite bad. But the ones here are actually always helpful and always, for me at least, they push me a little bit intellectually to think about things. And so, I don't know, I like the meetings here. So Wednesdays are meetings, and then our schedule's all like squished up, and the day goes by fast. So Wednesdays are fine, and then after work, we started talking about dinner and what we're gonna do the next day or the weekend because on Wednesdays we kind of plan out what the rest of our week is going to look like. And that's it. That's basically my Wednesdays. They're kind of, I like them, but they're kind of just happier. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do these like right before I start my contracted work day. So usually I get to, even on Wednesdays, I get to school around 6:30 or 7, and I grade and I plan and I kind of set myself up for the day, because I can't do that during the day. My days are pretty full. Depending on the day, I have, I teach classes, and then I have different study halls where I help students with their homework or things they haven't quite gotten, and that's anything from like algebra to chemistry to biology, geometry. What else have I helped with? I help with Spanish too, because I also teach Spanish. Basically anything. I joked with the students yesterday. I was like, I should get a degree from here because I'm taking all the classes all at once. It's actually quite challenging to do that, and I found that my brain is like growing. And then pile on the fact that I am trying to learn Japanese, so I don't know. Life is a thing. Life is a thing that's happening. So, yeah, that was basically my Wednesday. So I will see you tomorrow when it is your Thursday. All right, adios.